All right, today marks a special day in BTB history. I've been trying to hold off on bringing my family on for a little bit. I wanted a Savage series this summer, but this guy just keeps moving the needle. Born in Scottsdale, Arizona, yet has summered in Sudbury since 2003. This person has played for the U.S. Development Program for the past 2 years, commit to the Miami of Ohio Division One hockey program, and starting April 26th, he will be the Captain America of the U18 World Championship team in Frisco, Texas. Yet, if you ask him, he would probably say his top hockey highlight came when the Sudbury Wolves drafted him in the sixth round in 2019. Please welcome to the show, probably the coolest name we'll ever host, Captain Red Savage. How are you doing, buddy?
Thanks for having me. Big fan of the podcast.
Let's
Oh, we're
go,
fired
baby.
up.
Hey, that's Mason's first intro, Red. Just letting you know.
Yeah, first intro. You get a
And Mace, you
special
did pretty
exception.
good.
Yeah,
You
you
did
did
pretty
good,
good.
Pop my
Mace. You
cherry.
killed it.
Pop my cherry.
Hey,
Just a tire from
hey,
my cousin.
you read it better than Tom
No, I knew
already.
that was
Okay,
I knew that
you're
was
far
coming.
ahead already.
We'll switch role. I'll be the producer, Mason. You can be the co-host. So it's all good.
I
Let's
like
get
to
this on
see
the road.
Tom use Instagram.
Red, from what we've read online, you guys have arrived in Frisco. You just mentioned your quarantine's actually done, but how long were you guys locked in the hotel rooms for?
Yeah, so we got here about a week ago and we had 4 or 5 days of practices and everything before we went into shutdown on Monday night at 5. We went into complete isolation in our rooms. And then we've been in isolation for the past 48 hours and we actually just got released.
Good
Awesome,
stuff.
awesome. What's the food situation been like for you guys? They keeping you good?
Yeah, the food's been good. We've the first 5 days we had like a full on buffet, like all you can eat, just filling up. And then the past while we were in isolation, we're not allowed outside our doors, so we just get like a knock on our door at certain times with just a bag of a bunch of food.
It's like jail.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Chipotle a sponsor of the U.S. team? You've been hammering Chipotle at all?
Yeah, we're usually sponsored, but we haven't gotten any this trip, which is a pretty big letdown.
Oh, I love it. All right. So what's the situation right now in Frisco, Red? Is this like a bubble or you guys is it free movement? Because I know Texas is like a whole different world right now compared to here.
Yeah, Texas is pretty much its own little country right now. Completely open, but we're in a full blown bubble. We're not
Okay.
allowed to any contact of anyone outside of our bubble. So my parents are coming down in the next few days, and I'm not be able to even come near them.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, no doubt. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. At least you guys got a tournament, which is huge. So what's this year been like for you hockey wise? Like I don't know much about the USHL and all that. So what's it been in terms of COVID? Because the guys up here didn't even get to have anything close to the season. So what's it been like for you?
Yeah, no, we've been really lucky. The USHL has pretty much been full tilt since the beginning of the season, and we've been blessed to be able to play a full season. Our team got in, I think, 42 games
Wow.
over USHL and college games. So we're pretty lucky to be able to play and to be able to showcase our skills leading up to our draft.
No doubt. No doubt.
How does this team, Red, differ from like the U.S. development team?
So we there's the U.S. development team. It's a two year deal where it's the U17s and the U18 team where you each year you just graduate, and then at the end of your U18 year, there's the U18 Worlds where pretty much anyone can make it if you're eligible. So it's basically we have 5 or 6 call ups from the U17 that team that made our team this year that are 04s playing a year up.
Wow. How did they tell you that you got awarded captain? Was there any unique way that they told you, or they just slapped the C on your jersey and you kind of found out by yourself?
No, it was pretty cool. We got together at the end of practice when I think it was our second day here, and our coaches got us together and announced it to the whole team, and it was a pretty special thing. Definitely gave me goosebumps
For
seeing
sure.
all the guys
Awesome.
happy.
For
Awesome.
sure. Have you ever been captain before in your years past?
No, I've been like assistant captains and alternate captains, but I've never had the full C before.
Are you gonna be a little nervous in the room now for pregame speeches, or is someone else in the room gonna do that for you?
Usually our coach is pretty dialed with our game speeches, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to speak up too much before the game. Just in the middle of games, just keeping the boys dialed, probably.
Love it, dude.
Is there a team that you guys are really looking forward to playing? Is there any rivalry brewing from the U17s or past international play?
Yeah, we have a pretty big rivalry going with Russia. They beat us in the U17 challenge in the finals and took our gold away from there. And then I wasn't able to go on the trip, but we went to Russia as a team and played them in the Four Nations tournament and beat them. So it's a pretty even keel battle between us two. And then obviously Team Canada is always going to be the biggest rival. It's hard not to get excited to play those guys.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That rivalry's crazy, and you got us torn. Like even Mace is saying, it's gonna be hard not to cheer for Team USA, especially when Red Savage is playing there. So, yeah, that's good stuff though. What's the go-to nickname for you? I know Savvy's the classic one. That one runs deep in the family. We heard Rouge from Marcus Foligno. What do the boys run with?
Yeah, no, there's Rouge is more of a Canadian older generation name that I've been given. The Felinos love to call me Rouge. My parents call me Rouge sometimes. A name around our team was Savo. I think Savvy's been overused a bit and it got turned to Savo somehow. So slapped an O on the end of it instead.
I like that. I like that. Different.
I like Savo. I like it. Okay. All right. Good stuff. And you mentioned the Canada aspect. You hold a dual citizenship, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So what was the decision like for you, to play for the Stripes and Stars over the Maple Leaf? I know Felinos went through the same thing too. So what did it come down for you?
Yeah, no, I was born and raised in Phoenix and
Right.
Scottsdale, so it was a pretty easy decision for me. I spent a lot of time in Canada in the summers, but I was born and raised in Phoenix. My older brother Ryan, he tried out for the NTDP and he played in the Youth Olympics for USA, so it
Right.
was kind of something that I wanted to follow in his footsteps and try to make the team.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Makes total sense. Yeah.
Red, with this being your draft year and most of the other players on your team, is there any names that we should be looking out for that you're playing with?
Oh yeah, we have a ton of skill on our team. It's pretty cool playing with some of the guys on our team like Sasha Pastajov. Luke Hughes won't be able to play in this tournament, but he's probably gonna end up going top five. He's probably know his name by now.
Oh yeah.
Um, Dylan Duke's someone who's probably gonna end up going in the first round.
I've heard
Aiden
his name a
Hershuk,
couple times.
yeah, Aiden Hershuk, Sean Barons, Chaz Lucius is a pretty unique name. He's probably going somewhere in the top of the first round. So it's pretty cool playing with some guys that, are just special talents and you could watch them play every day.
Yeah, no doubt. Do we know, is this getting streamed anywhere? Is this going to be on TSN or anything? Mace or Red?
Yeah, it's I know the quarterfinals like in all the medal games will be on NHL Network, but
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. I think Hockey TV is going to be streaming some of the games in the round robin.
Okay.
TSN usually does a good job up here with the international tournaments too.
Right. Right. No, absolutely. So is this different from the Ivan Halinka? Ivan Halinka U19 that rather than U18?
Ivan Halinka, I was never able to go because
Right.
the age years don't match up for
Okay.
03. My brother went. I think I want to say it's U16 year.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
it's the year before going into NTDP.
Gotcha. Okay.
You were close, Al. That's okay. You're good.
I had no clue because they sound so familiar. But.
Yeah.
Before you go, Al, because I know you have another question, but
Yeah.
I want to know, Red, like who would you say your favorite NHL player is right now, and like who do you try to follow your game around?
Yeah, the one player I really try to market my game around and try to take a ton of tips and opportunities from is someone like Ryan O'Reilly. He's really a workaholic and a 200-foot player who just works his bag off and deserves everything that he gets. So that's someone that I really try to market my game off of.
For sure.
Good. And you try and grow a beard like him, or not quite yet?
Yeah, no, I haven't shaved in probably 2-3 months, as you can tell.
You'll have one before Rye, don't worry.
Haven't hit puberty yet.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so obviously in these past years, we've noticed the U.S. has like really picked it up in terms of their youth development. A lot more kids getting drafted from the States. A lot of Canadian guys going to the States to develop. So what was it an easy decision for you to go through that route through the States then rather than coming to Canada, obviously being drafted by the Wolves?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a better place in the world to develop for 2 years than the national team development program. I think the amount of staff and people here to help you grow and to help you develop is next to none. We have over like feels like 100 people that represent us and represent our country, and we all fight for the same thing, which is to get better and to grow as a team and as a nation.
No doubt.
Red, we're gonna get you back on in the summer, but we kind of need to know: did the Wolves ever pitch you in coming to Sudbury, or was it kind of just draft you just in case you ever felt like coming, or they actually send you a PowerPoint template to show you?
You had a billet set up with Mace too.
Only reason I came back to Sudbury was so I could bill at you.
Yeah, no, they definitely pulled on a couple heartstrings trying to get me to go. They inched me along a lot. Obviously, Mace, your dad played for them, and they used that as a way to try to get me. They tried to pitch me the number 98 because your dad played 98 games for the Wolves, so that would have been something pretty special to wear. They actually shipped me over a jersey with the number 98 on.
Wow,
it, which is pretty cool, and definitely tugging on the heartstrings a little bit, trying to get me to go over. And I know the Paladinos gave me a offer to stay in their house while I was there.
That's not bad either.
That's a tough one to not take.
Did you ever go to a Wolves game? Were you ever in town during the season?
No, I've never been to a Wolves game.
Wow. So you might not have an opinion on this question though, but have you ever seen the stuffed wolf go across the arena?
Yeah. I've seen
so
about it.
Does that wolf retire in the old barn, or do they bring that wherever they go?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can like put it in like a showcase somewhere, like a Hall of Fame for the wolf, the stuffed wolf.
Hey, something different. I love that.
I like that.
I like that. Hey, we got a content
plan.
piece now. Hey, we're gonna have to bring Red for his first Wolves game ever. If we ever get him in town, that's a new content piece we got going.
One last question, Red, that I have before we do the Fast Five is that, like, when you got awarded captain, was there anybody, I'm going to say, like, in the NHL that reached out that you were pretty shocked about to hear from? Like, because we just interviewed Nick Foligno and he said he reached out to you. Was there anybody else that texted you about it?
Yeah, no, Nick texted me. It's pretty cool to have him in my contact list. I've called him a couple of times over the year to jog his brain about a couple leadership things and things going into my year, which is pretty amazing to have him as what I like to call a friend. And then Jeremy Roenick actually ended up texting me, which was pretty cool to get a text from JR, and I was able to go on his live stream, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And a bunch of support from everyone in Sudbury and everyone in Scottsdale and in Oxford, Miami. So it's pretty amazing to see the reach that you get when you get awarded something like that. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
For sure. That's
no
sick.
doubt, dude. No doubt. One more thing before the Fast Five. What's your golf game like?
I have such a bad golf bug right now. I'm stuck in this hotel room. it's like 80 degrees out. You're like 25 Celsius, and it's just so nice. And I'm just itching to get out there. But yeah, I was dialing it up a little bit before we left. I was down to probably around a 6 handicap, which is
okay.
Wow.
somewhere around my best. Yeah.
I like
I
it.
haven't seen that side of him yet. You got to get you back here for the summer to play.
No doubt. We're gonna have to get another content piece, another match. We're gonna have to get going.
He would wax us, Chim, but maybe he can play Mace. It'd be good. But
Well, Mace is an 8 right now, kind of sandbagging as well too.
Yeah, Sunday.
Well, Red and I can play while Chimino and Marcus play Bertuzzi.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no Tom in the equation.
anyways, let's go to the fast five here, Red. So you might know how this works, but it's 5 rapid fire questions. Whatever answer comes to your head, you just answer, and then I'll shoot you the next one right after.
Awesome.
Okay, here we go. So first one is bigger role model. Is it Brian or Ryan Savage?
Probably Brian, my dad. It's hard not to say him. He worked his ass off. He quit hockey for 2 years in high school to pursue golf, and then went right back to hockey, which is pretty cool. And
Insane.
The story's wild.
It's pretty amazing to have that as your father figure.
No kidding. Second question. Hockey aside, what is your favorite city you've lived in?
Favorite city I've lived in. It's hard not to say Sudbury, but yeah, probably Sudbury. I have so much family there, and all my best friends live in Sudbury. It's pretty amazing town, and especially in the summer. I don't think I want to go back in the winter anytime soon.
No doubt. I don't blame you.
The summer's a lot nicer than the winter.
Yeah, no doubt.
Best arena you've played in?
Best arena. I was able to play in the old Joe Louis Arena.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
In downtown Detroit, which was pretty cool. I remember I ended up scoring, and it was one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Yeah, that's sick. No kidding, dude. That's
sick. Favorite movie to watch on the team bus?
Ooh, that's a good one. Me and my roommate here actually watched Forrest Gump the other night, and I had a couple of good laughs out of that.
I was gonna guess Miracle. I know, dialing up for the tournament. I was thinking that.
Yeah, I've watched that too many times.
Okay, let's hear the answer to this one. Last question. Favorite Sudbury restaurant?
Oh, it's got to be Tony V's.
Oh,
number one restaurant.
Let's go.
Probably 2 or 3 times a week in the summer. So
I love it. We're gonna have to take Tony
answer.
V's now. Yeah.
Our other cousin works there. He makes top-notch pizzas.
Yeah.
Shout out Will Fabro.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
Awesome. Well, listen, Red, thanks for coming on short-term notice. I know you're dealing with the bubble and just got released right now. So enjoy the tournament and give her shit, man. We'll be rooting for you. I don't know if I can cheer for the States, but I'll be rooting for you. Yeah, no, congrats on everything and good luck in the future with Miami, Ohio as well. And we'll get you back on to and go through the whole story with your dad and your brother too. I think it's a special group. So congrats with everything. I'll send it to Mace to wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, Red, thank you so much for coming on. I know you guys are biting at the chomp to get out of that hotel room now, so we'll let you go. But best of luck coming up next week. And then, we'll get you on. Maybe do a midweeker, see how you guys are doing. But good luck, and thanks again, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Big fan of the podcast.
Awesome.
Love that.